What's up, Heat fans? It's your boy Ernest here, and I am back with another Miami Heat Talk video. It's Thursday, you guys. Weekend's around the corner, so I know we lost Damian Lillard, but we got something to look forward to. But I'm going to give you something else, you guys, because off we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Now, guys, I know yesterday was a dark day. I know it sucked. I know the fact that we didn't get Damian Lillard and we lost him to the Milwaukee Bucks broke every Miami Heat fan's heart. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, have no fear. Your boy Ernest is here. I'm going to lead the Miami Heat Nation with some great positivity, and I got some good stuff for you guys. Before we get there, you guys, please take a moment, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're still on the road to 2K subscribers, and I definitely need your guys' help to get there. We're only 80 subscribers away, and I got a gift for you guys when we get there. And we so desperately need to do something like this to keep us happy because of this whole Damian Lillard ordeal. Now, let's get to that, because I mentioned yesterday that this is finally over. But I'm going to call this video the Damian Lillard hangover video, because there's some stuff that I did not discuss yesterday that I really do want to talk about. First, let's go to the trade, because I broke down the trade yesterday and I broke down the details, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was still going through it. I was still going through the process. I just found out about the trade, and instead of allowing myself to grieve, I just came straight and posted a video for you guys, because I like to call myself the voice of the voiceless as the Miami Heat fans. Whenever you guys talk about something, whenever we discuss something, I'll put it on here in the videos, especially the great stuff, because this is an open discussion on what we have. But let's go to that trade yesterday, mind you, because there was a lot of people, not only in my comments, but in Miami Heat Twitter, just bashing the Miami Heat because a better offer wasn't given. Let's talk about what Portland got, shall we? But before we talk about what they got, what did they initially ask for? I remember back in July when all these trade demands were going on, Portland specifically said what they were looking for was around four first-round draft picks, a young asset, expiring contracts. They kind of got that in a way. Nowhere near the draft picks, though. You get DeAndre Ayton, who, I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, DeAndre Ayton, I understand he was a former first-round pick, but he's basically Hassan Whiteside. This dude is a head case. This dude, I don't believe, is the answer for Portland, but I will say this. He was the best that Portland can get. The best that Portland could get. I definitely give credit for Joe Cronin and the Portland Trail Blazers for trying to get the best trade package. I just don't think DeAndre Ayton is that guy. Now, for those people that are saying that Tyler Hero was a better option than DeAndre Ayton, you do see some Miami Heat people in Twitter saying that. Yes and no. I mean, overall player, yeah, I'll give it to Tyler Hero. They play two very different positions, so it's really hard to judge that. But I will say this. What Portland traded for in DeAndre Ayton is what they needed. They weren't going to continue with Yusuf Nurkic. So I understand the trade. You're trading for DeAndre Ayton because it fills a need that you have. Great move. Drew Holiday, don't really understand that one. I mean, not because he's a bad player or anything. Drew Holiday averaged last season 19 points a game. He was an all-defensive player, even though Jimmy Butler destroyed him in the first round. But still, he's an all-defensive player. You have Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, and Shaedon Sharpe. This is the same thing we talked about on why Portland wasn't interested in Tyler Hero. But for those people, going back to the initial trade, you get DeAndre Ayton, you get Drew Holiday, you get a nice little young piece as well, but then you get only one first-round draft pick and two possible pick swaps. No, you can't tell me that was a better offer than what Miami had. Miami was offering Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and or Kyle Lowry as a salary filler with multiple first-round draft picks. Now, here's what we don't know, and what we're all waiting to find out. Did the Miami Heat include young assets? Guys like Nikola Jovic, guys like Jaime Jaquez, guys like Hayward Highsmith, guys like Caleb Martin. Were any of those guys included in the trade? That's not something that we 100% know. Guys, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I got a work-related issue. No big deal. Just going to take me a few seconds. All right. Sorry about that. Anyways, so getting back to it. Was Tyler Hero, or a package surrounding Tyler Hero, a better offer for Portland? We don't really know, and we won't know until those full details come out. But I will say this. The Miami could definitely have offered a better package than what Portland got. Because if you're telling me DeAndre Ayton, Drew Holiday, who they're not going to use, by the way, Drew Holiday, who they're going to flip to another team, kind of like we talked about with Kyle Lowry. So now they get Drew Holiday, who they're looking to trade somewhere else. You only get one future first-round draft pick and 2 possible pick swaps. That's all Portland got. 1 first-round draft pick. So was this trade a great trade for Portland? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think DeAndre Ayton is that guy you build around. I think Drew Holiday is not what they need. But was it the best offer that Portland received? Most likely. Because, and I said this before, it was reported by Dan Le Batard that the Miami Heat's offer was the offer, and they were not increasing the offer. From what I heard yesterday from Dan Le Batard's show, the Miami Heat was not willing to give up Caleb Martin, Nikola Jovic, or Jaime Jaquez. Now, you take that as what you take that, you guys, because, yeah, do we feel that Pat Riley and Andy Ellisberg dropped the ball? Do we feel that Pat Riley and Andy Ellisberg are washed up? If you look at the comments and at Heat Twitter, the answer is yes. A lot of people are calling for Pat Riley's job. A lot of people are very disappointed. A lot of people are upset, as I'm pissed. I really wanted this trade for Damian Lillard. I really believed in my heart that this was going to be the trade. This was going to be the deal that takes us to the promised land. It didn't happen. Now, the real question is, why didn't it happen? Let's talk about that. So after the trade was done and the Miami Heat was sitting in sorrow, a lot of reports started coming out afterwards. Several reports like the Portland Trail Blazers were not willing to speak to the Miami Heat. I've talked about this before, you guys, but I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Do I feel that the Miami Heat and Pat Riley got a little bit cocky through this process? Absolutely. Absolutely. They did. Why? It made a lot of sense. Damian Lillard requested to only come to the Miami Heat. Damian Lillard and his agent Aaron Goodwin were working on a package to get Damian Lillard to the Miami Heat. But Milwaukee comes up at the last second and steals Lillard away, similar to what Cleveland did to New York last year for Donovan Mitchell. This crap happens. But at the same time, was it truly Pat Riley's fault that this happened? If you look at all the stuff that happened yesterday, you guys, first let's talk about Brian Custer. Brian Custer came on Tobin's show. You guys all know Tobin. He's the beast when it comes to Miami Heat podcasts. But Brian Custer was on Tobin's show. If you guys don't know who Brian Custer is or remember, he's the host of the TV show in Showtime that originally interviewed Damian Lillard before this whole process started. When Damian Lillard said that he would love to play with the Miami Heat and Bam Adebayo. You guys remember that? It was during the NBA Finals. That's Brian Custer. So on his show, he basically told that this came specifically from Damian Lillard's representation. Portland did everything they could to not trade Damian Lillard to the Miami Heat out of spite. That is the report from Brian Custer. That is the report by Damian Lillard's camp. That the Miami Heat were not dealt with simply because of spite. What did I say a few weeks ago, you guys? This whole process, Joe Cronin is just being petty. He didn't want to negotiate with the Miami Heat. Why? Because when Damian Lillard made his trade request and gave Joe Cronin a list of teams that he wanted to go to, that was the initial idea. Then Joe Cronin started calling all these other teams, offering Damian Lillard like a fire sale. Pissed off Damian Lillard and Aaron Goodwin. What happened after that? They specifically said Miami or bust. That is what pissed off the Portland Trail Blazers. That is what angered Joe Cronin, and that is the reason why that they became super petty. They didn't want to trade Damian Lillard to the Miami Heat. No, they didn't want to do right by Damian Lillard. So what did they do? Instead of giving Damian Lillard what he wanted, they sent Damian Lillard the complete opposite of Miami. They sent his ass to Milwaukee. Yes, he's going to be playing with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, he's going to get one of the things that he wanted, a possibility of winning an NBA championship. But he was sent to the Miami Heat's main rival. If you ask me, this was a straight move of pettiness. Send Damian Lillard to a place not only that he doesn't want to go to, but send him to the place that's the main rival against the Miami Heat. Kudos to Joe Cronin's level of petty. I aspire to be that level of petty in my life. I just can't do it. But yeah, so all the Miami Heat haters are laughing at us. And you know what? It is a dark day and it does suck. Because you're sending Damian Lillard not only to the Eastern Conference, but to a team that is a main rival against the Miami Heat. But another reason why I am strongly feeling that this was not the fault of Pat Riley and the Miami Heat organization. After the trade was made, Aaron Goodwin, Damian Lillard's agent, went on an interview and said that the Miami Heat did everything they could to trade for Damian Lillard. And it takes two teams to make a trade work. Aaron Goodwin also thanked Pat Riley, Nick Arison, and the Miami Heat organization for doing everything they can. So what does that tell me right there? You got Brian Custer, you got Aaron Goodwin, who's Damian Lillard's agent, you got Damian Lillard's cousin going crazy on Twitter, all saying the same thing. Saying that the Portland Trail Blazers and Joe Cronin were petty and did not trade to Damian Lillard to the Miami Heat based off of spite. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, when another organization does not want to deal with you, there is literally nothing you can do. The Miami Heat were screwed from that starting point. The Miami Heat just got unlucky, and the Portland Trail Blazers went on their level of pettiness. Portland Trail Blazers, Portland fans, I want to thank you so much. I want to thank a lot of the Portland Trail Blazers fans who come on my comments, who've been, who shot the shit with me. We've all had some great debates. I've even seen Portland fans come on my comments saying that they're super disappointed on how Portland went through this whole process, not doing right by Damian Lillard. But I'm telling you, Portland fans, right now, this whole process is not going to do right by Portland. These players that are in Portland seen everything that's happened. Do they really feel 100% confident with this organization now? I don't know. But the great news is, here in the Miami Heat culture, here in Miami Heat organization, we're not going to have to talk about Portland anymore. So I'm so glad to close this chapter. And I just want to take a moment to thank everyone. Miami Heat fans, Portland fans, NBA fans, whether you were putting all my comments showing some love, whether you were trolling, whether we were going back and forth bashing each other. I don't care what the situation is. Every single person that took a moment to watch my video, like it, talk some bullshit, give some love, it doesn't matter. I thank you. Because this whole Damian Lillard process has built my channel up. But where do we go from here? We only go up. We live in positivity. This is a world clouded by negativity and anger and hatred. So what we need to do in our lives, you guys, we need to overcome that. We need to rise above hate. We need to move forward. When things get bad in life, do you stop, whine, cry, and stay boo-boo face? You can, but that's not how you get ahead in life. You put your head down, you move forward, and you keep going. That is what I'm about. That's what this Miami Heat culture is about, and I know that's what my squad, my Miami Heat Talk fans, truly believe in. Together, positivity is key. And together we are going to move forward and stay as positive as possible, because that is all we can control, ladies and gentlemen. Now, is it over for the Miami Heat? I don't think so. Miami Heat have a lot of options. Now, you're going to have to reconcile these things with Tyler Hero. I'm sure they've already done that. For the people that are saying that Tyler Hero is not going to play for the Heat, that's crap. Tyler Hero is a professional. Tyler Hero's been involved in trade talks every season in his career with the Miami Heat. So this is something that he just has to get through. But the Miami Heat do need to fill a hole. A big hole that we have, and that's the point guard position. You can't start this season with Kyle Lowry as your starting point guard. No. You got to figure this out. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about Drew Holiday, the possibility of the Miami Heat trading for Drew Holiday. I'm going to tell you guys something right now, and I'm going to keep this shit 100 as possible. I don't see a world where Pat Riley negotiates again with Joe Cronin. With this whole process that happened with Damian Lillard that took almost 3 months, do you guys think for a second that Pat Riley is going to deal with Joe Cronin and the Blazers for Drew Holiday? I don't think so. Unless Joe Cronin doesn't have any other options and he calls the Miami Heat offering him. That's the only scenario I think someone like that happens. I know yesterday people were saying that the Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers were interested in Drew Holiday. I just don't see that being a fact. Look, if we can get Drew Holiday for Kyle Lowry and a future first-round draft pick, I'm cool with that. I think Drew Holiday can provide a lot of great benefits for this team. He fits the Miami Heat culture. His defense is incredible. Bringing him to this team, we would be that 90s Miami Heat basketball team. But that's not what you needed. You needed a guy who you can go to at the end of the game. You needed a guy that where you can tell Jimmy Butler, take a break. This guy's going to leave. So I think that's what Miami Heat is going to look for. I don't think the Miami Heat are going to settle for Drew Holiday. I think the Heat are going to wait, patiently wait, and see what comes up. Maybe the Miami Heat already have a plan B. A plan B waiting in the wings. The plan, Joel Embiid. You never know what's going to happen there in Philadelphia, you guys. Trade deadlines in February. Miami Heat have a lot of time to make some moves. So I want to hear from you guys. Because a lot of people were in my comments bashing Pat Riley. Now that you know the real truth, now that you know what really happened, do you still put Pat Riley and Andy Ellisberg at fault? Because yes, the Miami Heat could have been a little cocky. But at the end of the day, it's like Aaron Goodwin says. The Miami Heat did everything they could. But it takes two organizations to make a trade, meaning Portland was not receptive to Miami's offer. And I think no matter how good the offer was, the trade still wouldn't have happened. I really don't believe that. I honestly, guys, I think the Miami Heat could have made an offer maybe a little bit better than what they were going to get. I just think Portland was not receptive. That's my honesty. So let me know what you guys think about that. Honestly, you guys, tell me your thoughts. What do you think about maybe trading for Drew Holiday? Do you think it's something the Heat should do? Or do you think the Heat should patiently wait? Hold your assets. Hold that $30 million contract from Kyle Lowry. Hold those first-round draft picks and see what else comes up. The trade deadline isn't until February, and I really, truly believe in this Miami Heat team. We have a lot of young assets to carry us through the season, and when it comes to playoff time, you got Jimmy Butler, you got Bam Adebayo, you got Caleb Martin, you got Tyler Hero. If everyone stays healthy and knows their roles, this team will be dangerous. But a move is needed. Take a moment, you guys, smash the like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and help your boy out. I want to appreciate all of you guys and thank everyone for taking the moment to like and watch this channel. Love you guys, and until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Viva la raza!